And I'm live. And it's 5 minutes late. 3 minutes late. I didn't change the time. You guys know I was going to show up, didn't ya? Didn't ya? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. It's Steven again for the 10th day in a row. And I'm not leaving Las Vegas because I'm sheltered in place. Because the whole world is going crazy. It's 7:49 p.m., Prodman. Thank you so much. You're one of those folks that's always early, and I certainly appreciate that. But I'm just a human being who didn't sleep at all last night, had 4.5 hours, and I was quite emotional, and it was crazy. Thank you so much. Pete Rod says, nice shout out to this channel from All You Can Vegas. Oh, I saw that. That was nice of Derek. He put it on his personal channel. He shouted out a whole bunch of people today. So is this the definition of insanity? I think it is. I want to get till I have some people in the chat because I want to display for you guys something like Michael is here, my Filipino brother. Michael, somebody said I'm a show pal. Michael will understand what a show pal is. And a show pal is like a Filipino version of a dumpling, kind of, sort of. And they are white on the outside and brown on the inside. And oh my gosh, you better report my channel again. Filipino folks have brown tinted skin. The siopao is made out of pork or chicken, and it's brown inside and white outside, and I have white skin. Is that okay with everybody to say? All right, guys, so there's probably not going to be a lot of people in this live stream. I don't know. I think I burned everybody out so far. So if you're in the live stream, that's great. It's nothing but us chickens. I could answer probably all your questions at a point, which is very good for you, and that's good for everybody. But I want to show you guys an article from KTNV News in just a moment here to show you what's happening on the Strip according to the major mainstream media. So that'll be interesting to see. But maybe we can get some likes and introduce ourselves. My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada originally, but I've been here since 2004. William Cooper thinks our mayor's off her meds. Hello, this new civil defense. Why is it every time I watch this, I'm drinking vodka? Well, this is not vodka. This is just what it is. This live stream will last 90 minutes, like all of my live streams have, although some of them have lasted longer. During this live stream, we are going to open up a package that was sent to me. I want to make sure that this person's identifying stuff isn't on here. Ooh, it is. So that's what that is. We're going to take that sticker off that person's package right now so that we don't have anybody being stupid. This is just a package. I do know what's in it. If you guys feel the need to get out and like go and be like, you know what, I don't know, I'm going to go to the post office. I don't suggest you guys send me stuff. You can. My post office box is in my description of all my videos, with the exception of these right here. It's not in this one. Maybe it should be. All right, who do we got here? I got Paul here. When are you going to do another update of the Allegiant Stadium, a.k.a. Las Vegas Stadium, a.k.a. the Las Vegas Raiders, a.k.a. the Oakland Raiders, a.k.a. the LA Raiders, also known as the Raider Nation? It's been a while. You're right, Paul, it has been a while. Today I had a friend of mine who's a channel person named Alfonso who gave me my Raiders hat, which is on the back wall right now. You can see my hat collection. And I have the Calgary Flames, the Oakland Raiders, soon to be the Las Vegas Raiders. Oh, thank you, Shawn. Love you too, brother. That's so nice of Shawn. Thanks, Shawn. I'm scribbling out her name when I don't have a Sharpie. Thank you, Shawn Slack. You're also one of my homies from the Facebook group, Not Leaving Las Vegas. Cambridge, Ohio. I thought you almost said Cambridge, Ontario. There's actually a place called African Lion Safari in Cambridge, Ontario. I've been there. I saw a giraffe and it was snowing and I was confused. Jimmy K says, go Flames, go. We got the Flames, the Golden Knights, the San Francisco 49ers, and we have the Las Vegas Raiders up on that wall. I live in Sydney, Australia. G'day, Susanna Thornton. How you doing? Sorry if I did that poorly. And Las Vegas is my favorite spot. See how she spelled favorite with a U, because that's how most of the world spells it, just so you know. Just us Yanks spell it differently. I really miss it. I was hoping to come back at the end of the year, but feel that things won't be okay to travel for a long time. We have here, hey, good to see you, brother from Canada. My brother from the Canadian mother. You know that all Canadians are hatched out of eggs. Usually what happens is there's a 9-month gestation period, and Canadians hatch out of the eggs when it's warm enough for the infant Canadians to survive. So Joe Blake is actually my mother from the Canadian mother. We call her Nuktuktuk. I just made all that up. I don't know where that came from. I'm not off my meds. I don't have meds. Reaper Cruz here. How you doing, Reaper? How's your YouTube channel doing, my man? Are you doing good? Rich Leggett saying good evening all. Hi, Rich. Rich just joined my Patreon. Paul says the Niners suck. I don't have an LA Rams hat, but if I had one, I would wear it on camera, and I would be like, yeah, West Coast representing or something. I don't know what that means. Nova Scotia, Canada to Vegas, late August. Your thoughts? You can come. I got an article that you guys can see about all this business, all the business. Are the monorails running? I don't think so. There's no people to take anybody anywhere because everything's closed. So I don't think they are. I don't know for sure. That's not definitive. Rickman Baker likes the hat. This is my hat from Dublin, Ireland that was given to me by a subscriber who came to Las Vegas. When do you think it for me? When is it safe for me to visit Vegas? Dave asks. Probably sooner than later. Look at that. My chair just went down because I did that on purpose. Can't wait for this madness to end. Haven't done a live stream in a long time, Reaper says. I do them once in a while. Haha. Bad joke. 183 people. Victor is here. What's your fitted hat size? I have no idea. This hat's not fitted. I don't think I have any fitted hats on there. Let me see. I feel bad doing this. Watch my fat butt. This is fitted. This is fitted. Don't hate on me because of my teams, yo. I like all sorts of teams. This 49ers one is kind of okay on me. I don't know fitted hats. I bought this because it was on sale for $10. No, this is really loose on me. And this Flames one is perfect. So my Flames fitted hat says that it is small. Yeah, I guess hockey hats are just small, medium. It doesn't actually say the size, so I completely failed you. It just says small or medium. So, wah, wah, and I ruined my hat wall. So I already failed the live stream. Wonderful. Sean says to stop eating chocolate. Yes, Sean. Be nice as a moderator, Sean. I had some people last night. Don't be offended, Sean. I know you were just looking out with me with my giant debacle where I cried on camera like a little person. I mean like a child. That's what I mean. And they were like, this guy. I'm like, no, he was just. I didn't even answer. I have to reply and say, no, Sean was just looking out for me because somebody was being nasty. But we got to be nice, okay? Okay, hit the like button, folks. That's good. Thank you so much for everybody. Did I get another? I didn't see that super chat. I'm sorry. Let's see what we got here. No, I see $5.20. Thank you so much for the super chat, guys. That was nice of you, but we're not here for that. We're here to talk about Las Vegas, the definition of insanity. It is insane. NA, man, it was an epic thing. I don't even know what to tell you. I don't want to relive it and have post flashbacks, and I'm not saying that. I mean it. I don't want to. It's unfortunate that the CV has made our tour channel so much more relevant, and I watch you my channel, and I watch you daily. Thanks, John. Thank you, Jeffster Stackster. McLovin, the Irish R&B singer, says, we're in SoCal. Okay. What's the latest buzz coming from hotels on changes? Yeah. So we're going to go like this. Boom shakalaka. And here's the latest changes, evidently. Exclusive report. Executives discuss changes for Vegas properties after pandemic. Casino executives are discussing what Las Vegas will look like when the state economy reopens. Maybe we'll do this fancy pants style, and I will do one of these deals right here, where you guys can actually see me. Do. And now, I will soon to be on top of you. Now, apparently I'm terrible at this job. I failed Livestream 101. So we're going to read this article together so you guys can have an idea of what they're saying. And then you can tell me that I was wrong or I was right. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so according to a report from Bloomberg, hotel entrances will be limited, guest temperatures will be checked with non-invasive methods, employees would be wearing masks along with gloves, and gamblers would sit at least a chair apart at table games. Sounds like something I said a few days ago, but then again, I'm just a guy with a camera. I don't get paid for this gig, so I could have been completely wrong. Executives are also discussing the possibility of opening testing facilities for workers' employees, according to the report. Really? Because okay. Wow, that's the whole entire article. Wow, that's the article? I didn't even look at this article. And the reason I knew this existed was because the local news on television were like, new this afternoon, we're going to show you all of the stuff happening on the strip. Stay tuned. And that's what they have for you. Anywho, there you go. That's hilarious. Because I did something like that, and it was a lot more in depth. And I told you guys that the casino employees would be wearing stuff. They're not even talking about the other stuff, like the sanitizations of the hotels, the rooms, the idea that doctors could be on site at the casinos, and that the workers that are in the casinos will have to have new standard operating procedures. All this kind of stuff, from what I've heard, is in the works. Or maybe it's not. Maybe they just flick on the light switch, turn on the machines, and go, boom, you're done. Ricky Spanish found a case of N95 masks and a few boxes of large gloves if the Veterans Hospital needs them. Ricky, you want to give those to your local government because they can distribute them without you putting yourself in harm's way, is what I would say. You know, Ka is here. Ka doesn't like masks, but that's okay. We don't have to moderate that one. Yeah, not everybody likes masks. By the way, if you've expressed interest that my wife is selling masks, I will be sitting down tomorrow for about an hour and emailing everybody what we can do with that. Somebody today emailed me and said, I want a Philadelphia Eagles mask because I want to say fly eagle fly through my mask. And I would like that, and I'll send you the material. I'm like, wow, that's even better because I have to buy $40 worth of material plus shipping if I want to make one mask of a team. So they wanted to do that. And then I'll ship it back to them for free. They're going to pay money for it, and that's nice of them. Whoa, Sean, you don't have to do that, my friend. Thank you so much, Shawn Slack. Shawn Slack, who's on my Patreon. Shawn Slack, who's got everybody's back. Shawn Slack is awesome. You're awesome, Shawn Slack. Thank you. April is here. Hey, April, don't worry, I blocked it out. I don't know if this looks familiar to you. So let's figure this one out. Thank you guys so much. Sean Home, Shawn Slack. Was it Sean Home or was it Shawn Slack? So far, the nicest people in the world are on my channel, and I have 272 viewers now. And I'm going to sneeze. Holy cow. Good thing I didn't sneeze on camera. You guys could slow it down and somebody would create a nasty meme about me. Will my governor be announcing when and if Vegas will enter phase 1 soon? Our governor, God bless him. Do you know how hard it is to be a governor and have a giant medical staff tending to you 24/7 and giving you as many tests for this thing as you possibly want? Any governor. I don't care what governor it is. Yes, McLovin, I have it. Let's unbox something. I've never had an unboxing live on camera before. And because YouTube is insane, I'm going to cut it open here. Well, here, let's just do this. We're going to cut this thing open. Kind of know what's in it, so it won't be that big of a surprise. I'm singing the song where I cut things open and trying not to gouge out my eyes. You guys want to sing the song with me? You just randomly make things up. Alright, this is the worst ever. Somebody, when I did my last one, they're like, why didn't you open it before you're on camera? And I'm like, it defeats the purpose of an unboxing. Okay, so here's what we got here. We got a nice thing sent to my P.O. box. That was very nice of you. And let's see what we got. We got, it's well packed. Oh, we got a Trader Joe's fan here. You know, the Trader Joe's that we used to go to is closed. It's closed because they were in a place with like leaks and all this stuff, and they couldn't fix it. So I know what it is because the back of it says fabric. So if you guys were ever curious, it's fabric, everybody. It says fabric on it. But it's for my wife to make face masks with, which is great because you know why this is so useful and thoughtful and awesome? It's because, yeah, it's a gift from the Bellagio. I'll open it up and it'll have like a can of worms that'll spring out. Yeah, so look, I got a kitty sticker. That is so cool. Thank you for the sticker. It says, regarding fabric masks. That is so nice. Thank you so much. And to brave going out to the post office, I'm going to assume that you did, and or at least going out of your house in San Francisco right now, where I think all of California requires face masks. That is something, and I appreciate that very much. So these are some solid colors. I have another one coming. Ooh, these are fancy pants wrapped up. That's very nice. We got a nice little ribbon. I can't tie ribbons for the life of me, but we can undo the ribboning. And by the way, I can appreciate stuff, you know? I can appreciate stuff. I can appreciate things. I'm a guy, but I don't have to be a jerk. Wow. Okay, and I'm going to ask that person. I don't know if I can show these on camera because some people want anonymity. I got some business cards, and I got a note here. This note here says, it says, "Dear Mr. Campbell, thank you for your blog on Las Vegas and mostly for your exceptional research and forensic skills." I don't know what that means. Forensic scientists are very smart. Ironically, I was supposed to be in Las Vegas on January 7th, 2020 to attend my America's Got Talent edition. This person was going to be on America's Got Talent. Now I want to see their YouTube channel. That is so cool. And as you know, life jumped into a CV status. May I offer your wife 3 yards of fabric for her mask making efforts? I had 12 years of this, 12 years, I'm sure. Whoa, Dawn. Don't interrupt, Dawn. Time to embrace your efforts and success as one of Vegas's finest vloggers. I'm just a guy with a camera, guys. You are certainly deserving. Thank you so much, Dawn. You weren't here yesterday or else you probably wouldn't have done that, but God bless you either way. Guys, can we give a big thank you to Dawn? Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Dawn. Dawn, you're awesome, man. I got to watch out with my thank yous. Because I said something last night that sparked off some controversial stuff. Oh, don't say Dawn too many times. You're going to put yourself on timeout, young lady. And it's not me that's doing it. It's YouTube that does it. But thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Dawn. Whew, I had 12 yards of this fabric and I have yet to make anything out of it. Lastly, this is tightly woven 100% cotton fabric. And from what I understand, will suffice for mask making. Thank you so much, Dawn. And thank you to the person that put this out there, and I wish I could say your name, but I didn't ask you permission beforehand. Sincerely, with much appreciation, the person who sent this. That is very nice of them. Thank you. And this is really nice fabric. It's got like a nice tie-dyed look to it. It's a red look, and I love red. Obviously, I'm wearing red. I got the flames going on, so I'll get myself like a cool little... And this is actually very nice fabric. It's very breathable. I love it. Thank you, Dawn, and thank you to that person who sent this to my P.O. box. And if I get anything else, I'll open it up on camera. That is cool. You guys are awesome. Good night, everybody. No, I'm just kidding. I told you 90 minutes, and we will do 90 minutes. We shall do 90 minutes. So you ask me what you want to know about. Now, last night I said I would learn about the plaza. I resoundingly did not sleep. My mind was racing a million miles a minute. I don't know if you've ever heard of Imposter Syndrome. And Imposter Syndrome is where somebody thinks that they are not qualified or maybe not deserving of something. And last night after last night, it was crazy that I walked out of this room emotionally drained and wondering, what am I going to do now? So I woke up today and resoundingly did what any blogger would do. I messed up my video really, really bad. Yeah, I had a 50-second gap, and I tried to fix it. And yeah, so Carrie says last was a mess. Last night was a mess. Was anybody here last night? Didn't I screw up last night? It sucked. It was terrible. Yeah, for no reason. I mean, emotions aren't a thing. Get out of here. I screwed everything up last night for no reason. Anyways, Carrie might have meant well, but I can't tell sarcasm through the interwebs. MGM bought MGM at $7 a share. Tim Dog is a baller. Wow, that is a lot of money to spend on MGM stock. But Tim, you'll probably see an appreciable investment go up in that case. Good for you. I was listening to the radio today. No, I was in a store today. Yeah, I went to a store today. It was crazy. And did I ever tell you about the time I ate at a restaurant, everybody? I studied imposter syndrome in grad school. It was part of my thesis. You belong. Do not put yourself down. So here's what this is. Let's say you're a person, and I'm going to explain it way worse than April because she's much smarter when it comes to these things. So imposter syndrome is where you spend your whole life. You just want to get in front of those people and do that job. And you just get foisted and raised up to a level. And you go, what? Me? No. Uh-oh. I don't belong as part of this group. It happens with musicians and stuff like that. It happens with anybody and anything. So that's why I'm like that. So yes. So could I go back to Canada AA? I don't know, Bill. I haven't said A in years. I say now because I live in the United States. Ha! That's a joke. Don't get mad at me. And you know, so that's where you're at, where you go, oh boy, what do I do now? So I try my best, and every day, mods, please keep an eye on 888. You know, I'm just going to ignore myself the best I can. Do I still have an Amazon link so people could support that too? I do have an Amazon link, and what I just realized is by dragging my image, my thing over here, I have nothing to show for it. There you go. There's my cool overlays and stuff like that too. I do have an Amazon link. Actually, in the link, in the box of all of my videos, you'll find a link to Amazon if you want to buy something, but nowadays all you can buy are essentials and healthcare items. Can't order anything on Amazon without it taking a month to get to you. I also have a link for Vegas.com if you want to book things after you complete your trip. I get a small commission from them if you use it. And then I have links to Teespring and Patreon and whatever. The people don't really read the. I read the descriptions of the videos. Sometimes there's some good stuff in there, and I'm doing a website for a friend of mine, helping him out with something right now. So it's keeping my mind busy. But you guys tell me what you want to hear about, because I mean the definition of insanity. I think I don't remember who coined the phrase. It might have been, I want to say Freud, so I sound smart, but Sigmund Freud isn't who you want to study. As far as I know, Carl Jung was better, but you know, probably April can tell me. But Sigmund Freud was maybe the guy who said it, but the definition of insanity is doing the same thing repeatedly and expecting a different result. And we are doing the same things repeatedly. Nothing's going to change for us for the interim. So you just have to run through it and, you know, yeah. Anyway, so Cindy's best Las Vegas gifts. You know, I don't have people paying me to do videos, but she's a local business and she's doing what most people do right now, trying to get through the muck, trying to get to the end. Cindy's best Las Vegas. It's bestlasvegasgifts.com. Bestlasvegasgifts.com. There you go. Alfonso was here. I'm sorry that I missed you today, Alfonso. I had quite the day with very little sleep, and then I needed to go outside and try to kill some bamboo trees and build some succulent stuff for my wife, of which I'm posting up on my Patreon because I don't think people on the channel would do well to see Vegas gardening videos. We're waiting for some things to go. Steve, out of all the vloggers out there, you are the only one I watch. You are concise, honest, and direct to the point. Thank you. I try to. I used to make really long, meandering videos that didn't get to the point. How about talking about the Californian? I don't know much about downtown hotels and properties. It sounds tragic, but I never spent much time downtown. There's downtown type people, there's strip type people, there's balance type people. I was always a strip type person. Well, Jacob says, how will they handle the slot machines? Would you have to carry sanitizing wipes around like you do at the gym with towels and wipe everything down? I imagine they could incorporate on every single machine. You could have hand sanitization on every single machine. You could just have it on the side of the machine. It wouldn't be a big deal to do that. And there will be hand sanitizer everywhere. And there will be lots of different ways for people to be clean in Las Vegas. It's just going to be an issue of tracking things and making sure that everybody feels safe in town. But Jim Voila says, I need a much larger cup of water for water. So this is actually not a water cup, obviously. So this is a Vegas thing. There's a great place called Kung Fu Plaza, Kung Fu Thai. Kung Fu Thai has been around since the 70s. It's on Spring Mountain Road in Valley View. No, I don't get money for promoting them, but they make tom yum shrimp. My wife loves it. And they give you this, it comes in this, and it's super hot. And then I save the cups because you can never have enough water. Oh, see, curry cup. I guess Indian restaurants use these too. That's a great restaurant, and if you're ever in Las Vegas, I highly recommend you check out Chinatown. Chinatown is predominantly owned by Vietnamese Chinese community in Las Vegas, and they have a lot of really great international markets there. A lot of awesome. Oh, I'm sorry. Carl Jung was an underling. They were both into messing about with their clients in an unethical manner per today's standards of press practices. Okay, so April is a psychology person, and she knows all about these things, and she has a great resume from what I totally understand. And yeah, so Lee's Discount Water. That's right. Wonton soup comes in that in Chicago. Isn't it funny that we have the same things all across the country? Do I miss the coin cups the casinos used to have, Red Pill? I do. You know, back in the day, it was all about coins, and those are very heavy. And now the only coins you ever find in Vegas are in the fountains. And Steve, if your wife can make a Sons of Anarchy mask so I can get people to buy them on Twitter, I can probably get the celebrities from the show to buy them. I talk to most of them. Reaper Crew, I'd really like it if you would email me that because I would invest in material, but the only issue is copyright. So maybe we can talk with them officially. That would be amazing if you want to email me. Conveniently enough, the email is right on the screen of this entire video, except for the time it wasn't. My bad. Lee's is closed. Lee's is open. They just do curbside pickup now. Graphic, that's the law. We'll see when, okay. So have you noticed any big differences with the Wynn since Steve Wynn was voted off the board? I've noticed they nickel and dime a lot more. You know, Wynn was always about the guest experience, and now it's kind of not guest, especially with their mobile app. I know some things about the Wynn that I won't come out here because I get myself in big trouble. But suffice it to say, Steve Wynn is a polarizing person in Las Vegas. I remember when the Wynn was being built, I was here for that, and I remember them flying giant buckets of concrete to the top and pouring them in to the forms, which was strange. And then I remember when the Encore was being built, they did not do that, but the opening of the Encore was a big deal. And I remember seeing Tobey Maguire completely smashed. Whoa, Shawn! Shawn! I don't know why I'm your hero, Shawn. I wanted to meet Shawn and his brother Jerry, but it came at an incredibly bad time when I was in the middle of my hellacious move. And that was actually towards the end of January, early February. And we were all gonna go dive off of the stratosphere and do the free fall. And I found out the hard way that you can't just take a GoPro up there. You have to use their official GoPro, and then I'm sure you have to pay them for the actual footage. And then there's a good chance that you can't use the footage on your YouTube channel because they want to monetize that, even though it would be great free advertising for the stratosphere to have that. It's not even the stratosphere anymore. Let's remember this. It's the Strat. And if you guys go to the Strat, you'll notice something very interesting about the Strat. Let's go and find out something about the stratosphere. So we're going to do this right now. I'm going to turn my image capture back on. Do you guys like to do web tours? Stratosphere. Welcome to downtown sign. So the stratosphere put a sign, welcome to the city of Las Vegas right here. And the reason they did that was because they want to be considered a strip hotel very, very badly. But they're not a strip hotel technically. Like they are a strip hotel, but the strip. They're on Las Vegas Boulevard. But the strip itself, it actually ends right it ends right before the stratosphere. It ends technically at Sahara. And that's been a line of demarcation. That has been like a parallel that's been there forever. And when you really, really want to create the idea that you're part of something, you'll do stunts like this. You'll put up a giant sign for people to take photos at so you can say, yeah, no. We're part of the strip too. We're part of the strip. Now, I have to get down there because I like to do photography. Maybe I'll video that someday. You can't go out at night. It's not a good idea. They will mess with you from what I've heard from a good source. They're building an arch, of course, the city of Las Vegas. And you can see how the stratosphere sits on the other side of that arch. So technically, it's not in Paradise. It's not in the unincorporated Clark County area. It's technically always going to be in downtown Las Vegas. And there's nothing that you can really do about that stratosphere. You can change your name to the Strat. We know what you're up to. We know what you're doing, but most of us don't. But now some of us do. And you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, well, I won't be fooled again. And that was said by the Guess Who and George Bush Jr. I I love that. And later on, George Bush Jr. was like, I like to go off the teleprompters, you know? I had the best speechwriters in the world, but I had to say my words sometimes. So at least he was truthful about it. And he was like, you let yourself, you do you. I think that's the term we would use that now. You do you, George. Do what you got to do, man. Yeah, I know. It's said by the Guess Who, right? The Who or the Guess Who? It was the Who. The Guess Who was the one from Canada. When I was a kid, my dad would be like, hey, do you know what song this is? And I'll be like, oh, this is blankety blank. And he'd be like, yeah, Guess Who? I'd be like, I don't know. Like, no, Guess Who? I don't know the name, Dad. I'm 8. No, son, it's the Guess Who. Ha ha ha. Dad jokes. Dad jokes are like, what do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. Anyways, so the encore opened up. We went there for the opening. It was pretty amazing. And I remember seeing Tobey Maguire. He did not look like Spider-Man. He was smashed, a little pudgy, wearing like a 3-day stubble beard. Now, what I didn't know about this was that there was a good chance he was on a gambling binge. Because if you ever go on Netflix, I don't know if you've ever heard of Netflix. You might have heard of this thing. Do like Jay Leno. Have you seen this? Have you heard of this? This Netflix? That's my bad Jay Leno impression. If you go on that, you'll see Molly's Game. Now, Molly's Game is about, I think it's Molly Bloom. She was a lady who was going to be an Olympic mogul skier. And, that's not moguls like business leaders. That's the Olympic sport. And then she ended up doing a bunch of stuff. And in that show, they have a character called Player X. And the rumor has it that Player X was Tobey Maguire. Whoa, Shawn Spaman. You are new here. Welcome, Shawn. Everybody say thank you to Shawn. I want to see like 100 thank yous to Shawn. But don't do it 5 times in a row yourself because you will get in big trouble. YouTube will probably think you're spamming even though you're just doing what I said, which is say thank you to Shawn Spaman, or is it Spaman, or is it Spaman? Or I don't know, but thank you so much, Shawn. Hi, Steven. Shawn from Philly. Finally made it to your live stream. It's late here in the East. Are you Shawn from Philly who emailed me? Because I have to get back to you. And I have somebody texting me. Somebody asked me if I can make the videos of laws of Las Vegas comparing it to other states. Yeah, I could probably do that video. There's a lot of videos I wish I could do. Thank you, Shawn. You are a rock star today. You're a rock star every day. I bet you're the kind of guy that buys coffee for people behind you at the Starbucks. Do you know anything about the song that sings about Las Vegas? It's from a movie, I Am Calling You. Get very weepy. I don't know, April, but if you want to send me that on my Patreon, I can definitely look into that because I can't click on it right now. I have no audio. And I can't put that on the channel because of copyright controls going out of control. So, Tobey Maguire was apparently Player X. Sean Home reminds me I have 24 hours in a day. Yeah. So anyways, Tobey Maguire was apparently Player X. So when I saw Tobey Maguire at the win, who looked like, or at the encore, and he looked like he was on a raging, I haven't gone to sleep in 5 days deal. If he was Player X from that movie, he threw around tremendous amounts of money. And if what they portray him as in the movie was true, my stock in Tobey Maguire went down a little bit because he didn't seem like a very nice guy as portrayed in the movie under a different name. So, very interesting. Whoa, Rob is loving Vegas. Hi, Rob, loving Vegas. I haven't seen you here. My name's Steven. I want y'all to thank Rob loving Vegas. Thank you, Rob loving Vegas. Rob loving Vegas, the rock star. Rob loves Vegas. Rob's not leaving Las Vegas. Rob is loving Vegas. And you're all local Las Vegas vegans. Say thank you to Rob, but don't type it 5 times in a row. I want to see 387 thanks to Rob, please. Can you do it? 385 now because the numbers went down. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Rob. I would follow on your stream every night if you would start 2 hours earlier. It's 10:20 in the Middle East. Well, in the Midwest. Why did I say Middle East? That's weird. 4 hours of sleep, guys. 4 hours of sleep. I didn't grab a cat nap today. We had other things to do. Because as Sean Home pointed out, 24 hours in a day. Whoa, Brittany Bush. I think I know this person because they send out my thing on Instagram in their stories, I believe. Is that the same person? I'm not sure. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. Brittany is awesome. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. Give Brittany a thank you, please. 388 thanks to Brittany. All of you, please. Thank you so much. Someone give, okay, Dynamic Solutions being real nasty. You know what's terrible about this? I have a person who sometimes shows up named, it's Contessa, or say hi to Contessa. And she's like a teenager. So when people want to post real nasty rank stuff, moderators, I want y'all to moderate for me because I can't see all of them, especially when I'm telling a story or something like that. But anyways, this nice person, I'm sure her chat has already been disappeared because that's how they work. But she'll sometimes text me on Instagram. Now I don't ask people to do this stuff, but she'll text me stuff and she'll say, "Oh, okay. Say hi to Matthew. Sent me a message back. Yeah, that's Brittany Bush. She's cool. She sends me things where she posts me in her stories. That's nice of her. Thank you, guys. I appreciate everything, guys. Y'all good. Y'all good. Y'all good in my books, except for the ones that say that Rob Love in Vegas needs to get a something in Vegas. Because, you know, you know. I'm going to try to be a stronger person. Somebody emailed me last night and says, I don't think you got the Aspergers. You seem to be able to make eye contact and blah, blah, blah. Maybe that's true. I don't know. All I know is that I have tremendous amounts of anxiety and I don't read people's emotions very well. And communication has been really hard my whole life. Why do you think I can talk on the camera for 90 minutes straight? Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Champagne Pappy says Brittany Bush is kind of cute. She has an Instagram channel or whatever Instagram is. Do they have channels? What do they have? Accounts, pages, feeds? I have an Instagram, but I never use it. I posted up pictures in the past. Ari Tobias is asking if they're protesting here. So there was a protest today. I didn't go. The reason I didn't go is because we have stayed free and clear of any horrible, horrible viruses, including the flu this year, which is incredible. And so I want to stay clear and free of horrible, horrible viruses. I go to the store, I wear one of the masks that the wife made, I use hand sanitizer, I wash my hands with hot water. We don't go to people's houses right now. We're all holding off. We're doing our best to spread the curve, slow the curve. We're slowing the curve. And I think it's, maybe it's working, but the definition of insanity, are we insane yet? I know I'm going nuts. I'm going slightly mad. Freddie Mercury did a song called I'm Going Slightly Mad. It was a great song, by the way. And it's just every day is exactly the same. That's another song by Nine Inch Nails. I believe I can see the future. I repeat the same routine. Every day is exactly the same. Now, Martin says that protesters are on par with flat earthers. So while we're at this point in the live stream, and I have 392 concurrent viewers, that is very nice of you guys to even watch this. Thank you so much. Let's go back to KTNV and see what that protest actually looked like. Now, somebody pointed this out on the Facebook group, Not Leaving Las Vegas, that they were doing this protest. Okay, you're doing a protest. That's cool and all. Let's see what we got here. So here's our protest. Hundreds gather for a protest. So it wasn't thousands. It was literally hundreds of people that gathered. A couple hundred people. That is a really nice car to take to a protest, is it not? I mean, heck, I'd like to take a car like that to a protest someday. And that's the only photo that we have. Maybe a video is playing up here after 15 seconds. So protesting is something that's very, very Western culture, Western society. We are blessed with the ability to protest things. We're absolutely blessed. Some people don't have that right. Where they live, they protest, they disappear overnight. And here we go. So we got the protesters, and they're actually just showing different places. So that's our local news for you. Maybe they actually went down to the protest. There it is. So that's the protest. I didn't go, and I don't think I missed very much. So there you go. And if I had gone to this. So here you go. Nevada is a right-to-work state, everybody. Just remember that. Right-to-work state. That has nothing to do with this. That has nothing to do with this. How does that have anything to do with anything right now? It really doesn't. Right to work is more or less something that has to do with union dues and them not letting you work. Whoa, Sean. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate you for that, my man. Steven, don't answer me. People will be mad. I'm going to answer Sean. I don't know what I'm answering Sean on. I missed some of the chat, and it comes fast and furious sometimes. But I don't know what Sean might have said. So I'm going to look for his avatar, and I can't really see it. Yeah, so the thing is, the right to work thing has nothing to do with that. It has a lot to do with It has a lot to do with the unions. So a right to work state says that if you don't want to have your unions can't force you to pay dues to a political party that you don't back, and they can't refuse you work. I believe that's what it is. Now you guys probably know the laws way better than me, so if you can, just straighten me out in the comments right there. But our mayor wants the city opened. Why would people protest here? Well, they went to the Tom Sawyer building. Now it was the Grant Sawyer building. Tom Sawyer is a Rush song. They went to the Grant Sawyer building and they wanted to do it at the that's like the representation of the state capitol here. I don't think Steve Sisolak is here. Maybe they thought they could get enough people that if they yelled enough, the state would be opened. I don't know. The other reason I didn't go is because to me, I made a deal where I said Carolyn Goodman should probably work harder with the state government than to yell at them and say nasty words. And, we have to follow our leaders and be cohesive. And I thought it would have made me also look like a hypocrite if I showed up and I was like protesting and be like, wait a minute, didn't you say that we should probably listen to people and talk more? So, yeah, not getting sick, not being a giant hypocrite, that was that. That's now the song in my mind. There you go. Today's Tom Sawyer. I'm not going to sing it. I can't do that. That Geddy Lee, that lady Geddy Lee is pretty good at singing though. Very high voice. If you don't know Rush, then that rushed right over your head, pun intended. What are my thoughts on herd immunity? Champagne Pappy says. Well, it's a very good question. I think that will help. Linda K. Hello, Linda K. How do you do today? Say thank you to Linda K. Wow, thank you, Linda K. That is so nice of you. I want you guys to do 400 thanks to Linda K. Say her name, shout it out, Linda K, making my day. Something about Ray's. Linda K. Got to watch out when I do my shout outs. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Linda. That is cool for you. That's really nice of you. I appreciate it. What do I think of herd immunity? Well, so I was reading somewhere that the previous severe something respiratory something that I don't want to say all the words of, I heard somewhere that basically human beings really can't get infected very well with that anymore, so we do have a herd immunity to that. Everything apparently has a herd immunity, except for the common flu, which goes around the world and mutates every single winter in different regions, and that's why we have flu shots that are just best guesses for vaccines. The flu shot's not a proper vaccine. You guys know this, right? Like, flu shots are not vaccines. Oh, look, I said vaccine, so I'll lose my monetization on this. Who cares? So we can say that. It's not. It's just a best guess at what the flu might look like. Now, when they come out with a vaccine for this thing, apparently it's going to be exactly what we need. Oh, boy. You give me just what I needed, like the song says. So how random will the RNGs on the slots after this shutdown? I don't know what RNG is. Look, I failed Vegas 101 today. That sounds like a very deep gaming term. Spark on the Horizon must be a very good or very astute gambler because he knows those terms. So what is that? Like the return on something? I don't know if they're going to open it up. Freddie Arrieta is saying sunlight does the job. Probably. Back when the Spanish thing was around, they found that patients that were on the mend would heal substantially faster if they were outside in the sun versus being locked up inside. And that's probably a lot to do with your mental state, looking at a blue sky, looking at things that aren't hospital walls. Yeah, so, it's a lot to do with that. It really is. Random number generator. I don't know. Like Wall Street Warlord last night pointed out, he's not on the chat, I don't think. There he is. I said his name and he popped up. Don't say his name 3 times. He shows up in your house and scares you like Bloody Mary. But, so I think, like he pointed out last night, though, all of those changes have to go through the Gaming Commission. Whoa, Shawn Spaman. Hey, Shawn Spaman. How you do, Shawn Spaman? What's good with you? Thank you, Shawn Spaman. I want to see 393 thanks. Did you ever say that what you did for a living besides YouTube? I must have missed it. Yeah, I've said that a number of times. I actually work with a magazine here, and I sell magazine advertising to all sorts of business professionals or any other business that wants to get a lot of exposure. We work with the largest independently published magazine in all of Nevada with a readership of 400,000 people a year. And it's actually a great magazine, and I really like it. But right now, professionals aren't buying thousands of dollars of advertising. The ones that are able to afford it aren't able to afford it because, believe it or not, we had a large clientele of doctors and lawyers, which are all face-to-face businesses. And of that subset, we had a lot of people like cosmetic surgeons and cosmetic dentistry and people that can't operate right now because they have to use their PPE, personal protective equipment, on other things. They have to donate it to the state, to the effort to slow the curve. Slow the curve. Barry from Vegas says, I'm great. Thanks, Barry. If I ever pop into you at Smith's, we'll shake hands. No, we won't. We're not allowed to do that. We'll socially distance and we'll be wearing our masks going, are you Barry? I think so. Are you Steven? I can't see. Oh, yeah. You're wearing that soccer ball mask. You must be. Or you're wearing one of the masks made out of that awesome red material that somebody was cool to send you in your P.O. box. And that's what that will be. So Birdman has asked us a few times, and I think I missed it before, are the Raiders getting moved for the season? That has a lot to do with whether or not, A, there is a season, and B, they finish up the Raiders Stadium on time. As somebody had emailed me, I haven't been down, or they messaged me, whoa, Harper, Hempel, I've seen you around. Thank you, Harper. When do you think Vegas will open up to the public? Boy, oh boy, do I think Vegas will open up to the public very soon. Thank you, Harper. Thank you, Harper. Everybody thank Harper. Thank Harper for that. I really appreciated Harper. Shawn is posting a link to our Facebook group. If you guys want to view that, you can go over there and you can just type in Not Leaving Las Vegas. I want to see 385 thank yous to him. That was awesome. Thank you so much. So the Allegiant Stadium looks like it's going to be finished. That's good. And so I don't know why they wouldn't play here, but they have to have a contingency backup plan. It's likely something that's mandated by the National Football League, and that's good. Now, Wall Street Warlord asks, how is Vegas reporting? I had somebody ask, when is Vegas going to open? I'm not trying to tease it. Like, I get information that I would like to say, and then I can just throw out my opinion, and I can do, like, the clickbait thing. Like, there's another Vegas channel, and I know everybody wants views, but when you post up a video like Vegas is going to open this day, or you post up a video, is this the worst recession, blah, blah, blah. Everybody wants to see that, but you got to have a good point. You have to be salient. You have to really think those videos out, and you have to be good on them, and you can't give false information just because you want a bunch of clicks, because it breaks trust with people. And to me, I think that's important, because I'm not saying people should even watch me. I don't care, but you know what, it's nice when they do, and if you take advantage of that, you're in big trouble, mister. So how is the local TV reporting on Las Vegas? Well, as I said in the beginning of this video, apparently they're not really good. Okay, look, we don't have very good television in Las Vegas in terms of local media. We are in the top 30, I believe, of the media markets, but there are 30 bigger than us. We don't have a huge market. So give you an example, right? Who has big markets? Phoenix has huge markets, right? Because if you're in Arizona, you're likely not in. If you're not in Phoenix, you're getting your news from Phoenix, right? We don't have that here. So, in Southern Nevada, we have 2 million people. It's almost the whole entire state. Their news reports are so bad. I remember one time watching something on the Golden Knights, and they named the wrong team. That Max Petrochetti, he's one of the players on the team, and they named the wrong team that he formerly played on. That's a very simple oversight that you need to have some people actually research before you say, this player played against his former team, and it's not his former team. He only ever played on one other team. That's an example. The other way I don't like the local news is that they do mostly national news on the local news. The format is simple. Here's our top story. Here's 2 subset top stories, a human interest piece, and then the rest is filled out with no sports reports, one weather piece, and then little things from around the country like, look at this puppy. It's so cute. And this is a baby playing with it, going viral. That was before CV. It's a little more serious now. Whoa, Paul. I didn't even see that. Thank you, Paul. Thank Paul, please. Paul, thank you, Mr. Rotter. Mr. Rotter, Paul Rotter, Paul, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I got stuck in a loop. Oh, man, I'm tired today. Slept 4.5 hours. But as Sean Home wanted to poke me and prod me, we got 24 hours in a day, so get off your lazy ass, I guess. Can I get Paul 394 likes? Oh, Harper, thank you. Sorry, I'm just curious. Am I married or have a girlfriend? I have been married since 2004 to the same person, I'm proud to say. This guy, believe it or not, is this guy. And that's him in 2004 with this girl who's still married to me. And her name is Carolina. And, oh, I can show you something. Then we're going to get back to Vegas stuff because, whatever. So I took this video today, and we were, because you guys bought her a birthday gift when I couldn't. That's not something that I'm proud of. Nobody wants to say that, but what are you going to do? It's tough times. And we went to the nursery today, and she got a Myers lemon tree. It was a dwarf tree, and thank you. And no, it's not a $5,000 tree, but you can see that right here. And I'm not going to play the audio for you, but that's this right here. And she managed to get herself a dwarf lemon tree because you guys are awesome. That's her right there. And that's our tree. And I'm so happy. And we're going to plant that. And I'm going to do all the heavy lifting. And I did all the heavy lifting. And that's a bee on the tree. And I'll probably end up posting that to my Patreon at some point because I can't just clobber the channel with me stuff. It's not about that. It's about Vegas, baby. We're about Vegas, not about Steven. No one cares about my cats on a video, maybe on a live stream, but I'm not going to interrupt your daily news for cats. Hey, here's a video of my cats. Find something to talk about. It's Las Vegas. There's 115 years of history, dude. Do it. Whoa, thank you so much, Herbert. I appreciate you, Herbert. Thank you, Herbert. Herbert. Can I get 406 likes for Herbert, please? Yes, she got her tree. I'm so happy for her. That is good, and I'm happy, and I appreciate it. And Mr. Classic Vegas TV, did you do something and I missed it? Mr. Classic Vegas TV, thank you so much. He's got a channel that talks about gaming, Punky Power, and it's got to be Punky Brewster. Salil Moonfry, that's got to be what that is. Thank you so much. Can I get a 406 thank yous to Mr. 80 Polka Party? No, I'm just kidding. Mr. Classic 1980, Mr. Classic TV 1980, thank you so much. Carrie Ross says, no Myers lemons. I don't know what that means, but that's what that is. Birdman, I am on Instagram. It's not leaving Las Vegas, but I don't post pictures. I used to take lots of photos, and if I get bored enough, we'll show them in the live stream. I'll download them in a folder, and we'll do a slideshow, but nobody wants to see that, right? So there you go. Saw a documentary about Bugsy Siegel the other night. Never realized the flamingo was named after his girlfriend. Did you know that? No. I do know that Bugsy, he was highfalutin, which is a term. It's Irish. Look it up. It's a real thing. Yeah, he overstepped. He got a little bit too big for his britches, and he kept borrowing money. His house was still up until a few years back, and I think it's gone now. It was down by the airport, but that's where that is. Is Wayne Newton still doing shows? Occasionally, Wayne Newton does sing. Wayne Newton's doing tours of his house, the Shenandoah, and he's currently embroiled in 2 different lawsuits over a monkey. It's a monkey. Yeah, I know, right? But the monkey has a trainer, and the monkey was attacking people, so he has 2 lawsuits against a monkey. That's crazy, right? Yeah, the lemon tree will be nice. Terribles went bankrupt in 2009. Project Design says I would have to check that out because there are still many Terrible Herps locations. They are a Chicago-based company out of Illinois, and they still have many gas stations here, and they still run some slots here in town. But the Silver Sevens is in the spot where it is now. But what oftentimes happens is when a casino goes away, it's only going away because a casino company owned the rights to use the name. And so they use the name and then they don't want to renew the rights because maybe it's not profitable, or maybe the company doesn't want to be associated with that. There's a lot of different reasons. Like the Hard Rock did not own the Hard Rock Resort and Casino when it was finished. It was not. It was actually a lease of the name. Now there was this rumor that the Hard Rock is coming back on the Strip, and that Caesars may be selling the Planet Hollywood to the actual Hard Rock. The Hard Rock brand is owned by a tribe of Native Americans in Florida. Whoa, Sean Slack with a sticker. I don't have a cat with me tonight. Usually, oh, here he is. Yeah, he's sleeping underneath my feet. And you sleeping dogs and sleeping cats lie. Wow, Kissy Cat's name is Bugsy. That's a great name. There was a cat named Bubsy, which was their video game cat. I want you to thank Shawn Slack. Thank you, Shawn Slack. Thank you, Shawn Slack. Thank you, Shawn Slack. I thank you guys. I have to refresh my page real fast. Don't worry, I'm still streaming to you. I can't see who my big rock star cool people. You're all cool people, but I can't see the Patreons right now. So here we go. Wow, so far you guys are generous. We have Shawn Slack once, Shawn Slack twice. Ew. Sean, you're too generous. Don Stemmy, who's also on my Patreon, and he didn't have to do that. That was amazing. Sean again, man, Sean must still have a job that's deemed essential. Sean, and then I have another Sean. I have Shawn Spaman, Rob Love in Vegas, Brittany Bush, Sean Slack, my goodness, Linda Kay, Shawn Spaman, Harper Hempel, Paul Rotter, Harper Hempel, Mr. Classic 80s TV, Herbert Daughtry, and Sean Slack. And if you're on the Patreon and I didn't shout you out for that, guess what? I understand. I'm sorry. There's a lot of things I'm trying to do to serve you better over there. And Sean says I'm forcing him. I don't know what to tell you. You know, it's like I had somebody today, and in my video today, let's talk about the video today. Does anybody want to talk about the video today? The rumors of Las Vegas. That might be good, and we can talk about that for a while, because I got another 35 minutes on this stream. So, in the video today, I talked about a supposed radio interview that I didn't hear myself. Didn't hear the radio interview myself. And I suggested that the suggestion that Dina Titus, who is a congresswoman person, Congress thing, she's a Congress creature, because I'm sorry, politicians, I don't know. Somebody's like, I just don't know politicians, either way. She works in Congress. She was elected. She said, I talked to Steve Sisolak. Each company is going to be able to open one resort, one property at a time, like only one. And, you know, it struck me as odd over dinner. I wish I had said this in the video, but if you want people to be really close to each other, go ahead, open one property in Vegas at a time. That's the stupidest idea I've ever heard. Because what will happen is you'll have a ridiculous amount of M-Life players all clamored into the MGM Grand trying to collect and cash out and do their thing. Whereas if you have players at MGM Grand, players at the Luxor, players all over the place, then you have more spread out people. Hey, good, look, now we can social distance better. Isn't that what you want? You want us to social distance? You know what I mean? So opening one casino at a time. So I said in the video, I said, that's preposterous. I don't even know if that was even said because I didn't hear it on the radio. I doubt it. Zero credibility. I get 2 emails from the person who said it in the comments of the video and said, I won't forget SS. I'm going to be emailing everybody mask stuff tomorrow. I have to get on that because, yeah. Anyways, I said, he said, and he linked me up to it. Oh, Tom W., you seem new. If I have seen you before, I'm sorry, Tom. There's a lot of people in my chats. I want 398 thank yous to Tom. That's how many people are watching exactly right now. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom. Here's 3 more. Thanks, Tom. Tom, thank you, Tom. So I need 392 now. And so he emailed me back, and he keeps calling me sir. Like, that's going to make it better. And then the striking blow was when he said he is unsubscribing my channel forever. And I was like, listen, man, it's not you I said was not credible. I said that rumor's not credible. And since I didn't hear it myself, I don't even know if it was reported. So he unsubscribed me. What can you do? My reply back was that I think it's a shame if it's gotten to that ridiculous level where I didn't agree with what you said and we can't have a dialogue and you're never going to watch me ever again. But for all I know, he's watching this right now. And to that person, I say, thank you for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications. But yeah, that's what he said. He said, I'm getting rid of you forever. I hate you because you didn't agree with my opinion. So that's what that was about. Now, again, opening one casino property per casino owner would be stupid. That means that 50% of the Las Vegas Sands would be open, 50% of the Wynn Corporation would be open, and then way less than that for every other property. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Black Market says, do I live in the Northwest? I certainly don't, but I like the area. It's very nice. The San Remo. Anybody remember the San Remo? I never set foot in there, but I did go in it when it was the Hooters. And then, of course, I did my video little documentary walkthrough on the Oyo Hotel. And there's another Oyo that opened up towards downtown Las Vegas. You probably don't want to stay at that Oyo. It's in a dicey part of town. The way the Oyo works is the Oyo brand is based out of India, and they are a company that I think they did luxury hotels in Asia, and they would come in and you would have a hotel, and it's like franchising. That's all it is. A lot of these hotels franchise, and they wanted to expand their brand, and now they're in Las Vegas, which means that when an Indian traveler or somebody who travels in that part of the world comes to Vegas, they see the brand, they stay at the place. So they bought out the Hooters, and one day overnight, boom, now it was the Oyo, and I can't snap my fingers. Whoa, thank you, Shane Farron. I appreciate it. Shane Farron. Thank you, Shane Farron. Can I get 404 thank yous to Shane Farron? Last time we went to Vegas, it rained all week. I felt like I never left Vancouver. You know, it's funny because I went to Vancouver. It was back in like 2002-ish, I think it was. And I never had a lot of rain. It rained once. Sean Slack with a spoiler alert. I don't know what I spoiled, Sean, but thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. That's insanity, Sean. Thank you so much. Oh, you serious? I love Craig Jennings. That's funny. I see my name. YouTube has decided to do away with AdSense. I'm not sure why they will do it in its place, but all kinds of YouTube channels will be on kids' YouTube now. Is that true? We got rid of AdSense. Herbert Daughtry. Steven, I had an idea posted on a Vital Vegas Twitter feed yesterday. A rubber or plastic finger thumble to push slot buttons. That's a great idea, man. That's a great idea. Herbert, thank you so much for the idea. Make sure you patent it. Make sure you trademark it. Make sure you copyright it. Make sure you tell the casinos, because we know they're not watching this stream, and they might just buy your idea if you can get a patent or a copyright. Make sure it's mechanical and it's proprietary. That's what I would say. You know what I mean? So did YouTube get rid of AdSense or did Google get rid of AdSense? That's the question I have. Because AdSense is a Google product. And let's see what we have in the news. We have set up a YouTube AdSense account. We have no news that shows me that they're getting rid of it. So maybe that's a rumor. Maybe that's not something. You know, the only thing that I can see on the news is a lot of YouTubers, creators just disclosed their declining AdSense rates. Yeah, there's no ads anymore, folks. I mean, at one point, I would do a video and I would be blessed from the heavens. But, yeah, if they were doing away with AdSense, they would have to tell all the creators, and it would be major news on major tech blogs. Now, maybe they are getting rid of it, and maybe you have some insider information, and you're doing some insider infos, and that's good, and I appreciate it. That's good. So, okay. Anyways, yeah, Oyo is a brand. They just put their name on stuff. Nomad is a brand. They just put their name on stuff. The Delano is a brand in Las Vegas. They do have a property down in California, down in Florida, down in South Beach, Miami. And it is Delano. It's named after FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I
showed him your lemon tree. Thank you so much for the lemon tree. You're not on camera right now if you don't want to be.
No, that's fine.
I'm
just doing the little, I look like an old lady.
No, you don't.
No, I look like I'm the sewing lady.
Oh, yeah, well, I have a book that's late. Can you waive my late fees, librarian? Because those glasses, those cat glasses. But you look like Eartha Kitt.
Yeah, well, the reason why we got the semi-dwarf tree, because the trees here in Las Vegas, because of the lack of the rain, it doesn't root all the way yet, like most trees are. So, the roots just spreads out, right? Because they're trying to get to the water, and the fact was that it doesn't rain as much. So when there's a big wind, storm, something, trees do fall down. Even older trees,
we had that friend who that tree just almost destroyed his house.
Almost destroyed
it didn't.
His house.
He was amazed because there was a giant thunderstorm, and he said this
tree
destroyed another tree. It fell the opposite way. If it fell the other way, it would have destroyed the entire interior of his house.
And that's not like uncommon in Las Vegas, especially when there's, like, for example, there's flash floods, and then next thing you know, a couple of days later, there's winds. We get them all here in Las Vegas. So, yeah, we got to be careful about buying certain type of trees, certain heights. So I got that dwarf Meyer tree, which is my dream tree. So we're gonna name that after a gentleman friend, which is
No longer with us.
no longer with us. Yeah,
Everybody's bummed out over CV. We don't want to talk about too much bad stuff. I'll tell you
know,
guys
and
somewhere else.
I can't say his name without crying. So
Yeah, we had
I
a friend
really
who's
don't
no
wanna do
longer
that.
with us, so we're
gonna
planting
name
that
that
as a
after him.
memorial tree to him.
it is a memorial tree.
And it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and
gonna
plus
be
it's
awesome.
fruiting, so every time he's like sustaining us, right?
And it smells good.
Yeah, and he was the gentleman that
And he was
when
lemon scented.
Huh?
He was lemon scented.
No. Well,
No.
no, I'm saying like when we went to the Philippines,
I had to
he took
break
care-
it up and say a bad
He
joke.
took care of our orchids, took care of our cats. He
He
was
did.
just a nice gentleman.
Yep.
And he's done that a few times for us too. He's just a nice gentleman. And it
Yep.
was just,
Don't get sad.
him and his dog. I know. And
Okay.
then, okay.
All right. No, don't even talk any further. How is it going?
Oh, good. The lemon tree, thank you so much. It's called Myers. I know it's a big, we got a big, like, education when it comes to, like, Myers lemon.
I watched about 20
Lemons
minutes
and
worth of
citrus.
YouTubes. I know how to
So
prune
ask
them now.
us anything about citrus.
I don't know
Not so
enough.
much.
Oh, man. Miss Showboat, she says. Hello,
Hey,
wifey.
so what did I get?
Oh, you got this. Look.
What the? Oh my
Look
god!
at this.
See, look at. Oh my. Oh, these are pretty.
Yeah. It's really nice. It's 100%
Oh my
breathable
God.
cotton. I know.
I know.
It's
See,
really nice.
Love that. Made in the USA. Oh, whoever sent this.
I know who it
Yeah.
was, but I don't want to out
Yeah.
her on
This
anonymity.
is cute. There's a lot of. You guys have no idea how much I really appreciate this. Because there's Walmart is not providing for us anymore. Joann's is closed.
Yes.
Even Michael's.
Yes.
Any Hobby Lobby's closed.
And you have to buy two yards minimum plus $10 shipping. It's $50 before you can get materials to your
I
house.
know.
It's ridiculous.
And then they won't even let us touch them.
Yeah. You know what you're getting. All right, love.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. And good night. I'll be making more masks.
Okay.
All right.
All right, guys. So there you go. That was my wife, Caroline. So if anybody asked if I was married, I am domesticated to the nth degree, and that's a good thing. And I appreciate you guys being here still, and thank you so much for everything. And she's happy. Has your wife ever been to Max's? Oh, we go to Max's a couple of times a year. Reno, she's been to the original Max's in Manila in the Philippines, which is pretty cool because she used to live there in Manila for a minute. She's actually from the southern Philippines. But it doesn't matter. Okay, well, it does matter, but for this, we're not going to dwell on that because it's not leaving the Philippines. It's not leaving Las Vegas. Wall Street Warlord says, thank you very much. Can you do another trip up down the strip? I can do that. Whoa, thank you, Steve Miller. Space Cowboy Jet Airliner, my friend. Thanks, Steve Miller. I need 398 thanks to Steve Miller. Soul SD Boy says, you should do a strip video at night. It'll be even more dead. I kind of sort of did that as a live stream, but I can't go out at night on the strip. I have good authority that it's a bad idea right now, and I will be questioned and stopped by the Gestapo, the police. They'll say, show me your papers, and I'll say, what are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. Oh, thank you, Red Pill Gary. Red Pill Gary is rocking the house. Thank you so much. Las Vegas Plunders. I don't know what that means. Thank you, Red Pill. I need 5 million thank yous to Red Pill Gary, and I also need 5 million thank yous to Steve Miller. Thank you so much. Sean Slack, Steven, I need a Green Bay Packer mask. I would love to get some Packers material. What I had somebody recommend is that if you have Packers material, you can get it. You can send it to my P.O. box, and I will make the mask and ship it to you for free, of course. That would be pretty amazing. And I had somebody that was an Eagles person that wants to do that I have to email back tomorrow. Why am I so small on the camera? That is terrible. Thank you so much, Sean. I appreciate it. That is awesome. That photo of you two is so sweet. Yes, it is a photo, and it is our first photo together at a restaurant. I think that was the Kona Grill out in Summerlin. We used to live out in Summerlin, the nice part of town. Steve, can I get a huge shout out to your biggest fans, Ryan and Alexander? Yes, Ryan and Alexander, thank you for being my biggest fans. That is cool of you. I appreciate it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Showboat was really in a bad neighborhood back in the day. I was going to walk around one time, and the brothers who worked security told me not a good idea. Isn't the Showboat on the strip? It was right beside Casino Royale, if I recall, and I don't know that it was a horrible place. Can I elaborate on LVPD at night on the strip, Jim? So, yeah, I mean, not without putting a target on my back, because I like to go to the strip, and, you know, I'm not saying people watch my channel, but if it gets out to I'm not going to say anything negative, but what I heard was that it's just a bad idea to go to the strip at night right now. It's a twofold thing. It's not just the police, it's also the homeless population. Now, before you get mad at me and say I'm hating on the homeless, go to my channel on YouTube, search this channel, type in homeless. You can see my stance on all that. It's a tragedy and it's terrible and it shouldn't happen. But they're aggressive and there's nothing to stop them and there's nobody to step in and there's not 250,000 people here all watching out for each other. And so that's one thing. But the police are out there. They just don't want people doing things, going into areas they shouldn't be in, and they will stop you, especially after night. Because why do people come out at night? It's like that old saying, nothing ever happened. If they tell you, man, I had a bad night last night, it was 2 a.m. and I was at the bar. You know, Steve, get 1,000 unit order from the Raiders for masks. Yeah, Gerald, I'm pretty sure the companies are going to start printing their own masks very soon. And they're going to print them all in probably not America, which is a shame. And they're going to make a huge profit compared to what that young lady makes for making them in our kitchen, our dining room. They don't want people on the strip because there's a lot of merchandise on the strip. There are Louis Vuitton stores, Tag Heuer stores, Rolex. I'm sure all the merchandise is gone, but the temptation is still there to go do stupid things. And so with that being said, they don't want people on the strip. They're going to stop you, especially at night. Like the old saying says, guy says, man, I had such a bad night last night. It was 2 a.m. I was at the bar. Well, no good story ever starts with I was at the bar at 2 a.m. Like they don't have a good ending. So you don't want to go looking for that. And they're going to ask you, what are you doing out here? Oh, I'm just filming a YouTube channel. Well, is that essential work? I don't know. But if you go out in the daytime, they can't say much to you as long as you're not being a jerk and not being stupid. Unless you're standing on the Bellagio's property, in which case they can tell you, move along, sir. We don't like your type here. It's a bad accent. I know it's terrible. Showboat Castaways was not on the strip. Oh, okay, Castaways. All right, there was a riverboat-themed casino on the strip, guys, back in the day. I guess I got a little bit confused. Herbert, my time in Vegas started at my first trip in 1994, or was it 95? My second trip in 95, or was it 96? And then 2004. So there's some things that I need to get good on. The stream is the best. This stream is good Aflac. The best on YouTube. I don't think it's the best on YouTube. There's a lot of good streamers. Probably right now, there's probably 1 million streams on YouTube. And a lot of them are great. Thank you so much, though. Whoa, Shawn, you got a behind the scenes. I posted behind the scenes stuff onto Patreons, but I haven't done a lot of videos on there lately, so I suck for that. Brian, I want VGK masks too, and I'm still trying to track down fabric from like Joann's Fabrics and stuff like that, but my God, try getting anything online right now. Everything is delayed. Everything is blah. Jimmy K is new from Canada. Jimmy K, what part of Canada are you from? Are you from the part of Canada where they have cold weather? Because that's all of it except for Victoria, and even then it's chilly. I'm from Canada, Jimmy K. Don't hate on me. I'm not making fun of the knuckleheads out there. SS Vegas says, which email should I send you the update? If you're interested in watching the update, I am very interested. Please send it to the SJ Campbell one you see on the screen on the chat right now. I'm very interested on that. Can we get more videos of you on the Vegas Strip during the pandemic? We want to see more, and I think it'll grow. Yes, I will. I mean, tomorrow I'm going to go down to the South Point. That's technically on the Strip. But then again, going back to my rule about the stratosphere, it's technically not on the Strip. What? How do I only have 17, 18 more minutes left? Flew by. Sean Holmes says 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day. I know what he's doing. It's like telling me I'm not working hard enough. That's what it is. I think, because the truth is we do have 24 hours a day. If somebody says I don't have enough time for something, they just have to make more time for things. So I make time and I prioritize my things. I remember Rollerland. I went to Forest Lawn High School, JJC. Yeah, I went to Forest Lawn High School. The hood. It's not really the hood. You come to Vegas, I'll take you down. I'll take you down the road from the Venetian. You'll see the hood. Your skin will run dry. I'll take you to North Las Vegas. You'll see what the hood looks like. And that's not even bad compared to some parts. Whoa, King Carl, you are new. You are from Canada. You gave me a Sir Wilfrid Laurier. He's on the $5 bill in Canada. Huge fan from Canada. Next time Vegas, let's have some drinks. Sure, man. We'll do some kind of meetup. But where are you from? King Carl, my Canadian brethren, as I mentioned earlier. In Canada, we only have one mother, and we all hatch from igloos when it's warm enough that we can go outside, and there's actual sunlight for those 3 months of the year. Oh, that's terrible. Whoa, Shawn. Shawn is ridiculous, but you're awesome. Thank you, Shawn. My gosh, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Don't even, man. Don't even. And I haven't had anybody tell me they're going to report me for racism today. Thank you, Shawn. I want to see 392 thanks for Shawn. 392 thanks for King Carl. And those two guys are rock stars. And thank you guys. And you're all rock stars for appearing in my chat. I understand. Look, a lot of people have no jobs right now. Everybody's feeling down in the doldrums. You hear the unemployment numbers. You go, this is the worst time of our lives. But this is not the worst time of our lives. There have been horrible travesties in our life. I have a mosquito in my room, and I don't... Well, they get in the house because you open the door, and we don't have screen doors. Predominantly in Vegas, you don't have screen doors. And then my cats go nuts, and they break stuff. Like my cat broke its cat dish trying to get one of these things. But, we're not. So somebody had compared this to like World War II. Are you kidding me? So let me ask a question. If you have a great-grandparent or a great-great-grandparent and you ask them about the Depression or World War II, and if you say, hey, great-great-grandma, if back in the day you would be told, hey, you have two choices. You can live through this horrible depression where we can't grow enough food to eat, and you can be out of work and have your they put people in debtor's prison back in the day. Debtor's prison. You owed money, they put you in jail. Yeah. You didn't get something on your credit report. You didn't get a collector harassing you. You went to prison. So if that's the reality you lived in, where some parts of the country had droughts for several years and people were moving to California they were living in shanty towns where they were literally living in their own filth. Like when I say filth, I mean the stuff you do in the bathroom. Or I can magically transport you through time to the year 2020, where if you go outside and you don't wear a mask or wash your hands, or if you touch your face, or if you have somebody sneeze on you, you could get really, really sick. Most people are going to overcome that thing. Thank God for that. And I'm really grateful for that. And you have unlimited movies in your house. And you have unlimited information. The entire world's history and knowledge is at your fingertips. And you have electricity, and you don't have to pay for it. And your cell phone is free. And your car insurance has been waived. And your evictions are suspended. And all you got to do is be at home. And you're going to be a little bit broke. Yeah, the government's going to give you a bunch of money eventually, but you're going to be broke and it's going to be sucky. Those people that fought in the wars, those people that died during the Depression, they would come now to hear, whoa, Mr. Classic TV 1980, thank you so much. Holy macanoli, holy macaroni. That was what Homer Simpson said on the 3D Simpsons episode, which was a Treehouse of Horror special many, many years ago, where it was called Homer Cubed, and they went to the most powerful animation on the entire planet to get Homer Cubed done. Go watch it on YouTube. You'll see how your cell phone now produces better animation than The Simpsons did back then when they had to spend an arm and a leg on everything. Thank you so much, guys. Wow, I don't even know what I was talking about. No idea. Wall Street Warlord asks, Steven, do you think that in the current touch-sensitive and proximity-too-close environment that such will cause the on-street costume characters to disappear? The way I see it, those people are the most protected people on the strip. They are consistently wearing their own PPE, personal protective equipment. However, I don't know. You could always stand 6 feet away from them. And the thing is, they say that the science, whoa, Scotty Zorn. Thank you, Scott. You guys are great. Scotty Zorn is on my Patreon. He's a regular on the channel as well. And he is always very generous to me. He said before that he has an essential job. He's not been furloughed. And so I want you guys to consider something. I'm not asking you guys to pay anything for the videos. I'm asking you to thank the people and pay it forward when you can. And so thank you guys for that. And we're trying to get through what we're getting through. And you guys are very nice and very kind. So I want to see 380 thank yous to Scott. 380 thank yous to Mr. 80s classic TV. I can't remember the name. It's so long and I've been sleeping so little. But thank you guys so much. But yeah, I homosexual. Ray, that was awesome what you just said. I love you for that. Why stop the stream? Let's keep it going. I picked up a cute girl here during the live stream, Champagne says. You know, I gotta stop the strip. I gotta stop the stream. I'll be back tomorrow. I got 11 minutes left. B Dizzle, thank you, B Dizzle. B Dizzle, B Dizzle. Raiders fan from Baltimore. How do you get by in Ravens territory? Whoa, Jimmy K with 30 Canadian dollar dues. They call them Canuck Bucks in Canada. They're made out of ice that's pressed in, and then they take a hot thing and they sear in the imprint on the Canadian money. It's not true what I just said. Thank you so much. That is very, very kind of you guys. I can't believe this. This is ridiculousness. I'm trying really, really hard to be entertaining. When I do these live streams, I think to myself, what's the topic of the video going to be? Because somebody compared this to like a video podcast. And I don't know what the topic of the video is going to be. Whoa, Jimmy, James. This is for cat food, human food, more lemons, sugar for the lemonade. Your channel is growing and rightfully so. Thank you, Jimmy James. Jeez Louise. This is craziness, guys. Okay, that's nice of you. I'm going to have to do something for you guys. I don't know what to do for you guys. I don't know what to do for everybody. I'm going to have to do something. I don't know. Do you guys know what imposter syndrome is? I asked that about an hour ago. Imposter syndrome is where you're afraid that you can't measure up to people's expectations. And as you've been foisted into something that you don't have any idea what the hell you're going to do. Imposter syndrome is where, Sean, thank you, Sean. Jeez. Imposter syndrome is where you have that big break and you're the teacher's assistant and you have to teach the whole class. Is that how that works? I didn't go to college. I am not well educated. Now you know my dirty little secrets. But that's where you don't know what you're going to do when you have to give a giant speech that could change your career forever, or all of a sudden people think you're something and you don't know if you're that thing, and that's what I don't know. Now, I know we talked about how big my water is, but have you noticed I've not run out? Shave my head? I don't know about that. I'm afraid if I shave my head, I might have a tattoo on the back in the shape of a barcode. Joshua Hooks. Let's keep it rolling. Vegas double down. Now, Joshua, we're going to do these videos, live streams, every day at 7:45. I know people would really like me to move them around. And what I was talking about was, so Sean Holm likes to say, 24 hours a day, bro. I understand. I do understand. Yeah, there's 24 hours a day. But at the same time, there's only so much time I can dedicate to this effort right now because I have a lot of other things I have to do. And I have to make Sean a moderator because he's always here and he's very cool and he seems like a very level-headed guy. And so I do things. My wife cooks dinner, which is very, very nice of her. And then I help her out with that because she is only one person and I do yard work that needs to get done. So Vegas, yard work. Not fun. Thank you, Sean. You are awesome. I made Mr. Zorn a moderator. He is now a moderator. Thank you so much for that. And guys, listen, people, what was I lost my train of thought. Darn it. I hate when I do that. Let's get the choo-choo train of thought going again. I don't know what Flobies are. Oh, that's like a thing I saw on TV one day. Thank you for that email, Reaper. I do appreciate it. Stephen and Jimmy K. I lived in the same Calgary hood a few years apart, 10 years. I moved in 2004. So I lived in Marlborough and I lived in Forest Lawn and lived in those two areas in Calgary. No, Scott, you deserve that. And I just, for some reason, didn't have you as a moderator. And yeah, it's all good, guys. So there's 8 minutes left. So here's what you got to know, okay? Know this. This is really important information. I hope you're listening. Know this, okay? It's not going to be like crazy forever. This is temporary. And Stephen, you have the ultimate faith in yourself. Have the ultimate faith in yourself. And as there are 400 people here to say you're great. You're great. It's my Tony the Tiger impression. Tony the Tiger was invented to sell sugar to children. It's really true. They wanted to sell sugar to children, so they made a bunch of cartoon characters. Hell, one of those companies even made television cartoons just to sell the cereal to the kids. But then again, the Flintstones sold cigarettes. Remember that one with Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble smoking their Winstons? It was so bizarre. And advertising's changed, hasn't it? But yeah, there's a. I listen to podcasts about business, and there's a really interesting one on Kellogg's and Post and General Mills and stuff like that. Fervently passionate believer is here. You were here last night. Thank you, Steve. Just be you. You're good. People dig it. I guess. I don't know. It's really hard. I don't do this off camera. If I did this in real life, people would want to slap me upside the head, but I try to be energetic. I have to get on the phones and call people and try to sell advertising. And so thank Fervently Passionate Believer, please, 368 times for me. Well, here's what I'm going to say. I got 5 minutes left. It's not going to be like this forever, okay? It's not going to be... No, we can't champagne. I would love to do that, but I did promise my wife I would watch a movie, and I did promise everybody on the Patreon that I would be finished with that documentary that I'm doing by Sunday night, and I haven't worked on that, okay? So I will do this live stream tomorrow again at 7:45. I'm trying to say this. It's not going to be like this forever, okay? Things are going to change and get better, and life works in seasons. Oh, thank you, Tom W. That is a cool sticker. I love that cat. I don't know what's wrong with his cheeks. I'm worried about him. Can we get a vet in the house, please? Thank you, guys. But life comes in seasons, and they come in order of seasons. So you have winter, spring, summer, fall, and you can't order your seasons any way you want. That's what it is. The black one is leaving. He didn't even appear on the camera. What a jerk. And this is not me saying this. I am not some smart guy to say this. Jim Rohn said this. Jim Rohn. Go look up Jim Rohn. It'll change your attitude maybe if you're feeling down. So there are 4 seasons. Winter, spring, summer, fall. You can't order them. Right now it's winter. It's winter. Winter is coming. In Game of Thrones, winter was like an illusion or an allegory for a really dark, horrible time that lasted in that universe 1,000+ of years. And so when winter comes, it's the hardest point. But it's always followed by spring. And sometimes you have to sow things in the spring. So my message to you, I guess, in the last 4 minutes... the light at the end of the tunnel is here. Vegas is about to be the center of entertainment. My message to you today is right now, get ready to start sowing. No, Rome. Jim Rome is the jungle, yeah. That's weak. Yes, I'm out. It's Jim Rome. No, Jim Rohn, R-O-H-N. R-O-H-N. So get ready to start sowing things, you know. When you go back to your job... or you don't even have a job to go back to something that you want to do and you've always wanted to do. Go back to your job and crush it, kill it, do the best ever you can, learn as much about your job as you possibly can, and be the best at your job as you can, become more valuable at what you do, because the most valuable people in the world are those people that know how to do things that others don't, so they're indispensable and they get paid the most amount of money. And I'm not one to talk. I screwed up for 10 years straight until I started listening to people like Jim Rohn, R-O-H-N, and Bob Proctor, and Robert Kiyosaki, and all these people that are just like the mindset people. Whoa, Pressmaster 1. Thanks to everyone still working out there. Much love from Kentucky. Thank you, Steve, for the great content. And I think Pressmaster 1 might have given me an idea for my video tomorrow. But if I do the video, everybody's going to say I copied another YouTuber. I was going to say thank you to everybody, but I think somebody else in Vegas already did that, so I'm not going to do it. Thank you so much. And Sean Farron, I see it there. Thank you so much, Sean Farron. Thank you, Pressmaster 1. So my point is this. Start sowing your future. Start sowing your future, guys. Okay? I'm going to do a different video tomorrow, a bigger video. Just stick around tomorrow. I'll do a big video that'll be important, I think, on a Sunday. Nobody's watching football, so... Well, it's April. They wouldn't be watching football. Well, XFL, whatever. Start doing something positive. Today, tomorrow, whatever. Start doing something that will benefit you, because after this is all over, I have a feeling the economy is going to go straight up, because you got to remember this is temporary and it's going to get better real fast. Real fast. And before you know it, you'll be back in Vegas. You'll be having a good time. We will all be wearing face masks for a while. We'll all be not shaking hands for a while, but it's going to be good. It's going to be a good future, everybody, I think. We just got to look at what's ahead of us, and that's it. So if I drove down towards the Strip and I was so worried about the car crash at Las Vegas Boulevard, I would ram into the guy in front of me because I wouldn't pay attention. But if I focused on the guy in front of me, I wouldn't know if there was a detour I need to make because of traffic. That's all I'm saying to you. Steven, you are the voice of the real Las Vegas spirit. Dynamic, positive, inspired, and fantastic. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's nice of you. Guys, look, I don't know if you're people of faith or if you adhere to the idea that we all came from space aliens, but either way, just do something nice for somebody today, please. You've done lots of nice things for me, but be good and be good out there. And I got to go, and I will be back tomorrow at 7:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to talk to you for another hour and a half. But right now I have to edit video. Then I got to go watch a documentary with my wife that she wants me to watch. And then I got to go to sleep and wake up in the morning and do it all over again. But if you don't want insanity, are we insane yet? Maybe. You want insanity? Wake up tomorrow, do something different. Do something positive. That's all you can do. All right, now's the time of the video where we get to be 15 seconds left. And I say 3, 2, 1, click. And aren't I full of myself? I'm going to have people telling me that too. Man, you're so full of yourself. No, I don't know. I'm just saying what's on my mind. Maybe it pumps me up. Maybe it pumps me up. Okay, I got to go. Good night, Arnold. This is the time there's a video. We say 3, 2, 1, click. It's a terrible impression. 3, 2, 1, and click. Thank you. God bless you guys. You're awesome. I mean it. Thank you. Bye.